Disclaimer, this video is made for an adult audience. What's the upside, my dear adult fans of Lego Solbrick in the house? And I'm standing here in my custom Lego town called City. A city that's based on just one base plate. So it's a bit inspired by the Ninjago city, but this is of course a city-themed city. And we will expand upwards because there is no other space to the other sides basically. And in today's video we're going to work on this column that's going to be holding up the next segment here. We already have one over here. So I'm going to jump into safety. We're going to remove this old, that was just a placeholder. And then we're going to put in this little base here, like so. And I really like these pieces. They look industrial in a cool way. This is a bit, I don't know, cyberpunky kind of a town, a bit Blade Runner looking. And then I made this assembly, that large light gray piece. It's going to go up here. So hopefully this is a bit stable. Well, not really, so we're going to have to fixate it with a beam that goes over there. So that's going to be this part, and I chose black for this beam just because I imagine that it just becomes a bit invisible. When it's black, you don't notice it as well. I just want to rock and roll and subscribe to Solbrick's channel and leave a like. I would like to have some yellow down here just to make that pop a little bit more. Okay, so now we're going to start to build the building itself. First off, we're going to start up with a base, and the base is a treble, and the treble is the base. And a nice wall here. This is going to be a bit inspired by buildings in Amsterdam or in other parts of Europe. So a narrow house that's going to be 2 or 3 stories high depending on how you count it, or maybe 2.5. I'm going to swivel that around a bit and put in this wall here that has some sort of a shelf going on there. Underneath it we're going to have this little nice drawers, and on the side here we're going to have this assembled with a computer and a fire extinguisher for safety, and a very important coffee mug. So what kind of business is going to be going down here? Well, this dude here, like so many other dudes, you know, men, they like to have podcasts. So this is a podcast studio, which you might know if you've read the description or the thumbnail. And you know, guys like to talk a lot about nonsense. So what's better than a podcast that probably no one even listens to? I mean, it would be better if you had a YouTube channel, I guess. And here's the microphone stand. It's gonna go in the back here. So, and behind here we're gonna have this wall with those kind of panels that helps the sound, to soften the sound a bit. I don't really know what they're called. I wish I had them in here. I'm sure you also wish that. And here on the back side here, I'm actually going to have like the wall is going to be on hinges, so it will work as a door. So you can open it and have easy access to what's going on in here. And then just another wall on this side to hold that in place. And let's see, on the inside here we're just going to have some piping, and we're going to have this kind of like space rocket artwork there, schematics, just because they're a bit nerdy. And on the outside here we're just going to put in some nice panel pieces to make it look a bit high-tech or something, or low-tech. And then another one of those hinges. It's gonna go here. So that's really nice. Now you might be noticing something, and that's there's no real door. This is just for us big figs. It's not in the minifigs universe. It's just for my access. So we have this ladder, and that's gonna be back on the... Whoa, la moly. Here, I'm getting confused. Where's the hinge side? Here it is. So that's gonna go here, and then you can see that he can come in there. And outside here we're just going to have this little AC unit. And you might notice something with this assembly, and that's their magnets here. Look at them go. And that's actually, this part will be in the next video from City City. I'm going to show you how I'm going to attach. It's a sort of a bridge, you might say. It's going to go here. I remember this part is going to go here, and then this part is going to go there. And on the sides here, we have. It's really hard to film black, but I think it looks cool. So that's going to go here, and then we will have pretty much the same type of assemble on the other side. And that's going to go here. And I've been to a recording studio once, maybe twice, and what I noticed at those kind of places is that they have like fridges with beverages in. So here is some nice canned beer, maybe Carlsberg. Everybody loves Carlsberg, right? It's Danish, I think. Or Tuborg. Maybe it's Tuborg, actually. Yeah. And Coca-Cola is definitely Danish. So, because I've been to Denmark and they had Coca-Cola there. So let's pop those two in there. So when you have to climb down here to get to the sodas and the beer. And then just to fill in this gap here, I just have some pretty rough looking yellow pieces, and that's going to go down here. Pull that together, and on the front here, this is where the door is going to go. So it's going to be this kind of classic door. Put it on there. I've actually never thought about using this kind of tile here that only has 2 studs for these kind of doors, but that's pretty lovely, I think. And some sides for that door. And I want to go with white sidings here. This looks nice, I think. And we have this nice little assembly here with some flowers. I always like to have some flowers. And this brings in some color to this very black and white build. So let's see that door aligns in there. So this is always a bit tricky, I think, with these kind of windows. You need to be on a straight line there. Let's move on to the side, shall we? And this is the entrance, and that's where they're gonna have these drawers and a nice little coffee maker. Put that in there. And here are some snot pieces, and that's where we're gonna have like this kind of, I don't know, it's a backup central where they can tape their podcasts. Oh, that's upside down. And maybe store older episodes or something, maybe some sort of old school server. Let's close that up. And on the side we're just going to go with these 2 simple walls with windows in them. And I'm going to go with these white parts here. They're always so handy to work with. In the beginning when they came out, I really didn't like them, but now I often find myself using them. So let's see, this is the right piece here, and then we're gonna just put a larger brick up here. Yeah, that works. And then here's the back side. The same style. And some white sidings there. And in here I need to fill out this gap. Let's see, I think it was like this. And like that, bada boom. And then this is where the last hinge will go. All right. So let's see, that's gonna be like so, yep. I'm all done. No, I'm not. You need a roof. Otherwise it's gonna rain in here. It's gonna be super uncomfortable. And for the roof, I just made this assembly with a lot of slopes just stacked up on each other. And that's gonna go here. Hold this part together. Now this building is gonna act as a pillar for coming levels, so I really hope this is well engineered from my part, so that it holds the weight that it's gonna be under. Boom. And then we're just gonna have like a smaller version of this side. Well, you haven't seen that side yet, but I have this side here. So that's gonna be here. And this is basically the reason why this building is in black, because I only had these curved pieces in black. Well, at least as many as I wanted to use. I have 2 in dark red and 2 in brown, but that's not enough. So, but I like this color. I made this kind of building many times before. It's even in my regular city, Seoul town. It looks a bit like some sort of those grandpa clocks or something that has a little cuckoo coming out. Cuckoo, cuckoo. Maybe I should buy a bird. Down here is gonna be some sort of satellite dish or something. And on the side here we're gonna have these antennas. So, and on the top we're gonna have some sort of, I don't know, ventilation or chimneys. Alright, so this is pretty much done now. In the next video we're gonna work on the bridge and some sort of building that's gonna go next to it or something. But I think it looks really cozy, and of course every great city needs to have some sort of a podcast studio. It's time to pop it in the place. Looking at it like this, it kind of reminds me of some sort of an old Dutch windmill. So maybe I should add that. Alright, some improv there at the last second in this video. Here's the rotor blades for the windmill. So let's just put that there on those studs on the side. So I mean, I don't really know. These are of course a bit flimsy, but I must say that this looks pretty fun. Totally adds. Look at that. Oh yeah, I know, we need a handheld camera. So a nice last minute change there. Quite enjoy that. Maybe I will find a way to how to fix this later on. I think Lego has made some sort of a mill before. And you know what? Stay out of the nonsense. Stay awesome and please subscribe.